Have you ever been asked in English, so tell me about your family, and just frozen?
Because the textbook gave you 4 little words, mother, father, brother, sister, but your real family is so much bigger and more complicated than those tiny boxes.
Ah, that feeling. If it sounds familiar, please don't worry. You're not bad at English, you're just missing a few warm, true words. Hi everyone, I'm Leo.
And I'm Mia. Welcome to Perspective Peak. And today we're giving you the B1 level words to talk about your real home. Step-parents, bonus families, chosen families, flatmates, and everyone in between.
So Mia, let's jump right in. We say family, but what does that really mean these days? Are we still just talking about the nuclear family?
Great question. Here's my favorite way to think about it. For a long time, people imagined family as one fixed picture. A mom, a dad, 2 kids, 1 house. We call that the nuclear family. Nuclear here just means the small central group. But today, family is less like one fixed photo and more like a warm circle. A circle can be any size. It can have grandparents inside, or a stepdad, or a best friend, or just you and your cat. The circle is simply the people who love you and belong to your life.
Oh, I love that. So family isn't one shape, it's a circle, and you decide who's inside.
Exactly. And the beautiful thing about a circle is that it can grow and change over time. Maybe a step-parent joins it. Maybe a dear friend moves into the center. Maybe you start your own little family one day. The circle isn't fixed. It breathes and changes with your life, and that's completely okay. And here's the key idea for today, and it's a warm one. There is no wrong family, and there are no wrong words for it. Your job isn't to fit your real life into old textbook boxes. Your job is to find the simple, warm English words that describe the circle you actually have. So today, we're going to find those words together.
Beautiful. Okay, let me tell everyone about the moment this really hit me, the textbook trap.
The textbook trap. Go on.
So years ago, in an English class, the teacher said, "Describe your family." And I froze, because the words I had were mother and father. But my parents are separated. My mom remarried. I have a stepdad I really love, and a little half-sister. And I looked at my 4 textbook words and thought, none of these tell the truth. So I just said, I have a small family, which was not really true. I gave a flat, empty answer because I didn't have the right words.
Oh, that's such a common feeling. The real story is rich, but the words feel too small.
Exactly. And here's the gentle science. Researchers who study language and identity have found that when you can name something accurately, you feel more seen, more real, more confident. When you can't, when you're forced to shrink your truth into wrong words, you feel a little invisible. So this isn't only about grammar. Having the right words to describe your family actually helps you feel that your family is valid and real.
Oh, so the right words don't just describe your family, they kind of honor it.
Beautifully said. And I felt the difference myself. After that class, I felt a little sad and a little small, like my family was somehow too complicated to talk about. But the truth was, my family wasn't too complicated. I just hadn't learned the words yet. The complexity wasn't the problem. The missing vocabulary was.
So once you had the words, the same family that felt too complicated suddenly felt easy to describe?
Exactly. Nothing about my family changed. Only my words did. And suddenly I could talk about them with a smile instead of a shrug. So let me give you the real words I was missing. My parents are separated. My mom remarried. I have a stepdad. A step-parent is the person your parent married later. I have a half-sister. That's a sister who shares one parent with you. None of these are sad words, they're just true words.
And true words always sound more confident than empty ones.
Always. The lesson is don't shrink your family to fit small textbook words. Learn the warm, true words for your real circle. For learners, this is freeing because the moment you have the right words, describing your family stops feeling scary and starts feeling natural.
So good. Okay, my turn. And my story is about one word that changed everything for me. The word bonus.
Ooh, bonus. Tell me.
So I grew up with a stepmother, and for years I used the word stepmother. But honestly, that word felt cold to me. It sounded like the villain in an old fairy tale, the evil stepmother. But the truth was, this woman was wonderful. She helped raise me, she came to everything, she loved me. And the word step didn't carry any of that warmth.
So the correct word felt wrong because it didn't hold the love.
Exactly. And then I learned a newer, warmer option that some families use: bonus. A bonus is something extra and good, like a gift you didn't expect. So instead of stepmom, I started saying bonus mom, and it changed how it felt to say it. She's my bonus mom sounds like I was lucky enough to get an extra mom. Same person, but the word finally matched the love.
Ah, bonus mom. That's so warm. So you can choose the word that fits the feeling?
You can. And here's the science behind it. Researchers have found that the words we choose actually shape our emotions. It's sometimes called framing. Framing means the way you wrap an idea in words. The same fact in warm words feels warm, in cold words feels cold. Stepmom, who raised me, and bonus mom describe the exact same person, but one frames it with distance and one frames it with love.
So choosing bonus over step actually changed your feeling, not just your words.
It really did. Every time I said stepmom, there was this tiny cold note in it, even though I didn't mean it. And every time I say bonus mom, I smile a little. Same woman, same love. But now the word and the feeling finally match. And honestly, she noticed too. The first time she heard me say bonus mom, her eyes filled up. The word was a little gift to her as well as to me.
Oh, that's so moving. The word became a gift you gave her.
It really was. Now, one gentle note. Both words are correct, and stepmom is perfectly fine and very common. The point isn't that one is right and one is wrong. The point is you get to choose the word that feels true for your relationship. The lesson is you can choose warm words that match your real feelings. Bonus, raised me, close to, instead of only the cold textbook label. Your words can carry your love.
Your words can carry your love. Oof, that's lovely. Okay, quick pause, because I want to tell everyone where we're going next. You've heard about step families and bonus families, but in a few minutes, we're going to talk about a kind of family that has no blood and no paperwork at all. And yet for millions of people, it's the most important family they have. We'll give you the beautiful English words for it, so stay with us.
I love this part. But first, let's talk about something very practical: who you live with.
Yes, because family and who you live with are not always the same thing, right? Your family might be spread across 3 cities, while the people in your home might include a flatmate who isn't related to you at all. So here's a scenario. Someone asks, "Who do you live with?" And this is where learners often get stuck. Let me give you the simple, useful phrases. If you live by yourself, I live alone. If you live with friends, I live with 2 flatmates. A flatmate or roommate is someone you share a home with but aren't related to. If you live with your parents and grandparents together, I live in a multi-generational home. That just means several generations under one roof.
And there's no shame in any of them, right? Living alone, living with parents, living with friends, they're all just normal.
Completely normal, all of them. And here's a gentle bit of science. In some cultures, learners feel pressure that there's one correct living situation. But researchers who study families around the world find there is huge, healthy variety. In many places, living with parents as an adult is normal and warm, not a failure. In fact, multi-generational homes are one of the most common and loving setups on the planet.
So the correct way is really just whatever works for your family.
Exactly. There's no gold star arrangement. So the lesson is, describe your home honestly and without apology. I live with my parents is said the same proud, calm way as I live alone. For learners, these are simple, high-value phrases. I live alone, I live with flatmates, I live with my family. Pick the true one and say it with a relaxed smile.
No apology needed. I love that. Okay, now the special one Leo promised. Chosen family.
Yes, this is my favorite part of the whole episode because it changed how I see my own life.
So here's my story. I have a friend, her name is Sarah, and we've known each other since we were 19. And honestly, she is not just a friend. When something wonderful happens, I call her first. When something breaks my heart, she's at my door. She knows my whole life. She is family to me, but we share no blood and no last name. For years, I didn't have a word for that. I'd say she's like a sister, but like felt too small. She's not like a sister, she's my sister in every way that matters.
Oh, I have someone like that too. And friend feels too light for it.
Right? And then I learned the beautiful English words for exactly this: chosen family and found family. Chosen family means the people you choose to treat as family even without blood ties. Found family means the family you found along the way, not the one you were born into. So now I can say, Sarah is my chosen family, and finally the word matches the truth.
Chosen family. That's such a warm, powerful phrase. And you know what I love? It's two simple words, chosen and family, that any B1 learner already knows. You don't need fancy vocabulary to express one of the deepest ideas there is.
That's such a good point. The biggest feelings often live in the simplest words. And here's the science, and it's lovely. Researchers who study belonging, that deep human need to feel connected, have found that chosen family bonds can be just as strong, sometimes stronger than blood ties. Why? Because they're built on choice. Every day you choose each other. There's a kind of safety in that. So these aren't lesser families. For many people, they're the deepest ones.
So the family you choose can be just as real as the family you're born into.
Just as real, sometimes more. And here's something I find really comforting about it. The family you're born into, you didn't choose, you just got them. But chosen family is built on a daily decision. Sarah could walk away anytime, and so could I. But we don't. Every year we choose each other again. And there's something incredibly safe about being chosen, not just born into someone's life.
So the fact that there's no blood obligation actually makes it feel more freely given?
Exactly that. It's love with no obligation, only choice. The lesson is, family isn't only blood. The friends who show up, who know your heart, who choose you again and again, they are chosen family. And English has warm words for them. For learners, this opens up your whole circle. You can now describe the people who truly matter, not just the ones on your family tree.
That's beautiful, Mia. Okay, last part, and this one is very practical. Handling nosy questions.
Oh yes, because sometimes people ask too much.
So here's the scenario. You're describing your family, maybe it's a little different, a little complex, and someone asks a question that's too personal. Oh, so why did your parents separate? Or, but who are your real parents? These questions can feel uncomfortable, especially in a second language when you're not sure how to set a polite limit. So let me give you the tools. First, the quick summary. You don't have to explain everything. You can give one calm sentence and move on. It's a bit of a long story, but we're a happy, close family. Done. That's enough.
And if they keep pushing?
Then you use a gentle boundary. You can say warmly, "I'd rather not get into all of it, but thank you for asking." It's polite, it's warm, and it closes the door gently. The trick is the warm tone. You're not snapping at them, you're just quietly drawing your circle. And here's a small but important point about one word, real. When someone says, "Who are your real parents?" that word real can quietly hurt because it suggests your step-parent or bonus parent isn't real. You're allowed to gently correct it by saying, "They're all my real family." Calm, kind, and clear.
They're all my real family. That gives me chills. That's so good.
And it's true, isn't it? The person who raised you, who showed up for you, who loved you, they're not fake because there's no blood. Real was never about biology. It was always about love and presence. So when someone uses real in that narrow way, you're not being rude to correct them gently. You're just telling the truth about your own heart.
And saying it calmly with a smile makes it land even softer.
Exactly. The lesson is you control how much you share about your family. A warm, quick summary plus a gentle boundary protects your story without being cold.
So good. Okay, peak performers, let's turn all this into a clear plan. Our step-by-step action plan.
Yes, 4 steps, simple, and you can start today. Mia, step 1.
Step 1. Draw your family circle. One simple sentence per part. Sit down and write a few easy sentences that describe your real circle, who's in it and who you live with. Keep them short and true. Why does this work? Because the hard thinking happens now, calmly, so you never freeze later. For example, I live with my mom and my bonus dad. I have one half-brother. My best friend, Sarah, is my chosen family. A common mistake is trying to copy a perfect textbook family that isn't yours. The most natural and confident answer is always the true one.
So good. Step 2. Choose words that carry your warmth. For each person, pick the word that matches your real feeling. You can say stepmom or bonus mom, raised me, close to, chosen family. Why does this work? Because the words you choose actually shape the emotion. For example, instead of a flat, "my mother's husband," you might say, "my bonus dad who helped raise me."
Love it. Step 3. Prepare a quick summary for small talk. Have one short, friendly sentence ready that sums up your family without a long explanation. Why does this work? Because most of the time, people are just making small talk. They don't need your whole life story. For example, we're a small, close-knit family, or it's a big, blended family, and I love it.
And step 4. Keep a gentle boundary ready for personal questions. Sometimes people ask too much, so have one kind phrase prepared to protect your privacy. Why does this work? Because knowing your phrase in advance means you won't freeze. For example, "I'd rather not get into all of it, but thank you for asking," said with a warm smile. You can be completely warm and completely private at the same time.
Warm and private, the perfect combination. You can hold both at once.
Okay, everyone, time for the part you've been waiting for, the extended vocabulary corner. 5 powerful words from today's episode, with examples from both of us. Mia, word 1.
Word 1. Relatives. Relatives are the members of your family, your aunts, uncles, cousins, grandparents, and so on. Leo, give us an example.
Sure. Most of my relatives live in the same city as me.
And mine, we have a big lunch with all our relatives every summer.
Lovely. Word number 2. Sibling. A sibling is a brother or a sister. It's a useful word when you don't want to say the gender, or when you mean both.
My example, do you have any siblings or are you an only child?
And mine, I have 3 siblings, so our house was always noisy.
Word number 3, household. A household is all the people who live together in one home, whether they're related or not.
My example, there are 5 people in our household.
And mine, in our household, we cook dinner together every night.
Great one. Word number 4, a useful B2 word, blended. A blended family is a family formed when 2 families join together. For example, when a parent remarries and brings children from before.
My example, we're a blended family with step-siblings and half-siblings, and it's wonderful.
Mine, blended families are very common now, and that's a beautiful thing.
And word number 5, a warm B2 idiom, close-knit. Close-knit describes a family or group whose members are very close and connected, like threads knitted tightly together.
My example, we're a small but very close-knit family.
And mine, even though we live far apart, we stay close-knit.
5 words, relatives, sibling, household, blended, and close-knit. Use them this week, peak performers, and they're yours forever.
And you'll remember them because they're tied to real stories and real feelings. A word with a story behind it is a word you keep.
So here's the big lesson of today, friends. Family today is not one fixed photo. It's a warm circle, and you decide who's inside. Whether your home has step-parents, grandparents, flatmates, a chosen family, or just you, there are warm, true English words to describe it. You don't shrink your family to fit old textbook boxes. You find the words that honor the real circle you love. And when you do, talking about your home in English stops feeling like a test and starts feeling like sharing something you're proud of.
And please be patient and kind with yourself and proud of your family, whatever shape it takes. There is no wrong kind of home. Some of you live in big, loud, blended families. Some live quietly alone. Some have a chosen family of close friends. Every one of those is real, and everyone deserves warm words. Start small. Write just 2 warm sentences about your circle this week and say them out loud. Your family is real, it's valid, and it deserves warm words.
And tell us in the comments, who is in your family circle? Try describing them in English. Maybe a chosen family member, a bonus parent, or who you live with. Use one of today's words, blended, close-knit, or chosen family, and show us your beautiful circle. We can't wait to read every single one and reply to you.
Subscribe, hit the bell, and start thinking deeper while you see higher. Keep learning, keep growing.
See you next week on Perspective Peak.
Perspective peak, yeah, we set the pace. Moving to the top, we win the race. We win the race. Perspective peak, start thinking deeper while you see higher.